Okay, so today we're going to do a bouquet, and you do want to go on Google and check out the different kinds of bouquets that are out there, different designs and florals, gems, long, short. If you want to add gems to this, to your stems, feathers, etc. So just so you have an idea of what it is that your look will be. I went to Hobby Lobby and found this here, and it's a cylinder. Of course, you know, you get this here helps the stem stay. Okay, the styrofoam there. This one was $2.99 from Hobby Lobby. It's great to go when they're having sales, because you obviously get it cheaper. It's great for the 50% off sale. I also got these. These were 2 bouquets of this red flower and 1 bouquet of this greenery here, the white little mini flower there. And this greenery came with these bouquets here. Magazine again with your hot glue gun if you are going to be using that. If you want to add any ribbon with beads, or if you want to add any feathers to your bouquet, you can also do that. One thing that you do want is something to wrap around the base of your bouquet where you're going to be holding it. This is white, so if you do white on white, it would be okay. Usually you do a type of thicker ribbon that's silky type of material. You can do this. It's obviously a thinner ribbon. You just have to really wind it around your bouquet base a good amount of times. But other than that, any ribbon would be just fine. So what I went ahead and did is I took my bouquets of my little bundles of flowers, and I did get my little pliers, and I did not have the the big ones, that one's something like your dad would have in the garage. So I just use these little ones that I have for jewelry making, and I bent the wire back and forth, and then you just pull apart and the plastic will tear. These are little scissor type pliers. These work as well to tear the plastic. Now when you are going back and forth, be careful with the previous ones you've already taken off so you don't cut yourself on that. So that took a while, but that is done. This is trash. You don't need this unless if let's say you were actually going to be using this for the bottom part of the stem, then you would have to use the real pliers or cutters and actually get a nice clean line. That way you can stick them in here. Now the way these work is you actually take your flower, okay? Usually they're, you know, they sell the long ones. These will be just fine, but let's say you cut them maybe, I don't know, somewhere around here or here down the middle, usually about here or so. And so what you do is you take this part, the bottom part, which is your stem, and let's pretend this would be my stem. So let's say I would cut it right here. Okay, so this part of my stem, let me go backwards, okay, so ignore this bottom piece. This would go, so it goes up with a bump to the top. So this would go here. So that would be my long stem. So I would put about 12 of them here, okay, on the bottom, 12 of the stems on the bottom. Okay, my ribbon would go in the middle, okay, so then that's where you get the length, okay. And then my actual flower, this top part of the flower, I'm going to use this one just for now, I would stick in here. And this one's spent, so let's try this one. Let's try this one. I would stick this one here, but obviously this is really long. So then this would go here. So then that's how you have your big nice bouquet of nothing but flowers on top. Then you have your ribbon where you hold it, and your flowers kind of waterfall over your wrist or your hand, and then you have your stems down at the bottom, which is kind of what some of these bouquets look like. For example, let me get you a good one here. So let's say, for example, this one. Okay, so then here are my flowers, and here's my bouquet. This one's wrapped around, it doesn't have the cylinder, but if you didn't have that kind of flower with a long stem, you can. That's definitely something you can do. I'm trying to find one that might have it, like this one here. Okay, so it has the stems on the bottom and the flowers on the top. So it's definitely something you can do. If not, if you don't have one of these, obviously you can put all the roses together, wrap the ribbon around these. The only bad part about that is that when you're wrapping the ribbon around, it's not going to be smooth. So it's going to have the wrinkles of those actual stems. Okay, so what we're going to do, push all this to the side, okay? And we're going to take our flowers and place them to where, let's say my bride was in front and she's looking this way. So this would be her stomach facing me. So I'm putting 2 big ones here, a small one here, and 2 smaller ones here with a small one in the middle. Okay, so whenever you're doing your flowers, your design, you want to make the design so wherever she's holding it, it looks nice and symmetrical. Now, if you don't like these flowers that your stem has, you can pull them out like so. Okay, and if you want to add them to something else, you can do that as well. We're going to go ahead and take these off. And actually, I'm going to use my greenery here. So I'm going to put greenery maybe here. I'll do another one maybe here. Let's get a longer one. So you just visually go ahead and start adding your stems. Okay, so if you were to pin it here, then that's kind of what your bouquet would look like. So let's go ahead and add some in the back, both sides, both directions, there and there. Okay, I'm liking that so far. So now I'm gonna hot glue gun this, and I'm gonna hot glue gun the heck out of it. So I'm just adding hot glue all over where my stems come together, because I don't want my stems to move. Now I do have paper here, so more than likely my paper will get stuck. You want to tilt it over just a little bit on the back side and add some glue back there as well. And make sure to do on both sides. I'm going to wrap a ribbon around it. Not anything fancy, but just a ribbon so that it starts to hold my glue in, my stems together. I will be coming back to add some more ribbon on top of this. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So I'm pulling tight on the ribbon as I go along. So you wrap your ribbon around nice and tight. It starts to dry, and so then there is your bouquet. Very nice, very basic and simple, and ready to go. And whenever you're ready, and you can move these around and bend them if you want them to show a little bit more. Separate them is fine as well. Once you've got all of this done and ready to go, you use it for your photo shoot. Of course, you want to wrap more ribbon around here. You can add flowers, you can hot glue diamonds on there. But once you're done with this, then you can just cut this here, tear the stems apart, and you'll be good to go. So there we go. There is our bouquet. You can also add little tidbits of gems like this to your bouquet if you like. Little feathers. If you were to add these feathers, you can add these feathers in. Obviously you would have to cut this. You can add little pieces like so and just stick them in through your bouquet wherever you choose to use them.